What's good, y'all? If you tapped in, you already know who I am. If not, my name is Caleb Jarrell. Clean thoughts equal clean habits. In order to have better outcomes, you have to change your habits. In order to change your habits, you need to change your thinking. You have to challenge your negative thoughts. You have to challenge the natural feelings and emotions that you have as an individual. One thing we can't take away from each other is that we're human. We all have emotions. We all have things that we need to work on. We all have areas that we may be more sensitive than others. That makes me different from somebody else. That makes you different from somebody else. But in order to get to where I want to be in life, I have to learn how to control and manage those emotions. I have to know how to manage those thoughts. So I can't just sit in those thoughts. You have to allow yourself to feel thoughts, feel emotions, feel the circumstances that you're going through, and then go against the grain. Don't associate yourself with those thoughts or those emotions. You may feel depressed, but that doesn't mean you're depressed. You may feel a certain way, but that doesn't mean you have to identify yourself with that. So what we tend to do is we tend to identify ourselves with our circumstance. And a lot of times we do it in a negative way instead of a positive way. So we focus too much on the negative, and we wonder why we have negative outcomes. We wonder why we have negative people around us. And it's because we associate ourselves with these things, and then we make that become the norm. We make being broke become the norm. We make being in a negative headspace become a norm. But deep down, we all know these are things that we don't want. Because when we see people that go against the grain and do the things that they need to do in life, we feel some type of way, whether it be inspired, whether it be jealous, whether it be envious. We feel a certain way and we can't deny it. So I want you to challenge yourself and allow yourself to step into that feeling. Don't identify yourself with that feeling necessarily, and do what it is that you need to do. Allow yourself to develop. Allow yourself to continue to feel those emotions, feel those thoughts, and place them in a good category. So sometimes we may have a negative category and a positive category. So the thing is, your feelings are in the middle. So boom, you get the feeling, which is going towards the middle. Now you have to decide, okay, am I going to make this a positive thought or negative? Am I going to make this a positive action or a negative action? And depending on what category you allow it to go to, you'll allow yourself to step into a positive outcome or a negative outcome. So it's not only about what you do yourself. You also have to be around like-minded people. People that want to grow and be better in life. People that are open to new perspectives, new environments, new habits, new thoughts. And a lot of times those people don't tend to be the closest people to us. A lot of times it's our families, our friends, the people that we've known the longest. So we try to hold on so tight to them, and we don't allow people that challenge us, people that help us grow, people that just don't accept us for who we are. We don't allow them to step into our life. We don't allow them to correct us. We don't allow them to guide us. And if you're not careful, you'll allow that to be a trigger to you. You'll allow those people to trigger you. And it's not necessarily because it's something that they're doing. It's because you've allowed people to accept you for who you are and not expect more from you. Not expect the best from you. Not be supportive of you growing. Not be supportive of you stepping out and doing the things that you need to do or you want to do in life. Not being supportive of your purpose. Because we all have a deeper purpose. What you're doing today may not be what you do 10 years down the line. So we can't hold on so tight to these things that, we allow to identify us. We tend to identify ourselves with the things that we do. Whether it be your job, your hobby. But when you unfold all of that, do you know who you really are? Do you know the things that you really like to do? Do you know what the best version of yourself looks like? Do you even have a vision of who that person is and how to become that person? And this is a journey that we all go through. Because I can speak about it, because I go through it, I deal with it. I aim for that, to be the best version of myself. To find my deepest purpose. To figure out who I'm supposed to touch, meet, come across, help grow, be inspired by, or to inspire. It's not going to be a perfect journey. There's going to be barriers, there's going to be hills, there's going to be humps, there's going to be curves that you have to take in this journey. But I promise you, if you just lean into it, allow yourself to go through it, and then adapt. You may think a certain path may be for you, and then you're faced with something that challenges that. Right? In football terms, okay, boom, the defense is overload to the right. What sense does it make to keep running to the right? It makes more sense to counter and make another play. Go the other way. Take the other path. Everybody keep doing the same thing. Making the same decisions. Taking the same path. Having the same perspectives. So does it make sense to follow what everybody else does? You do what everybody else do, you get everybody else's results. So sometimes it's better to just make your own path. Allow God to guide you on the path that you need to be on. Because your path can be completely different from somebody else. So don't keep running to the right. Call an audible. Run a counterplay. Do something different. And you have to be okay with being different. You have to be okay with standing out. You have to be okay with being alone sometimes. Sometimes it's a one-man army. Sometimes you got to be with yourself before you can get around the right people. And over the course of time, you'll recognize that sometimes you all you need in the moment. Sometimes it just got to be you and God. So you can lock in with yourself. So you can lock in and know who you really are. Lock in and know the things that you really need to be doing. Because if we don't have that time, we get too close to people that just distract us. Maybe not intentionally, but they distract us and take us off that path. And before you know it, you'll be taking that same path, doing the same things that everybody else is doing. And it's easy to get caught up in that. So you have to be mindful of who you lend your ear to. You have to be mindful of what you're paying attention to. You have to be mindful of who you spend your time with. You can't do what everybody else do. You can't be with everybody else. You can't be with the crowd all the time. Like I said, it got to be you and only you. You may have a couple friends in your group that really be on the same thing. Or sometimes you may have people in your corner that, y'all just motivate each other. Y'all may not be on the same page necessarily, but, they're a healthy person for you. They're supportive of you. And it's vice versa. There should be reciprocity in every type of relationship. Whether it be friendship, an actual relationship. There should be reciprocity of something. And it's dangerous when it's not reciprocity. Because now that means you're extending yourself too much. You're overextending. You may be giving too much. So sometimes you got to dial that back, dial that down, recoup, give certain things a distance. After you get that distance, now you have a clearer vision. Sometimes we mess up because we too deep in. You dive head first in every situation. When you should be going to situations, scoping what's going on, reading the defense. Because sometimes you may have to make a check play. Sometimes you may have to make an audible. Sometimes you may have to counter certain things. You have to adjust in life. Adjust to what life throws you. Because when you adjust, you allow yourself another chance. You allow yourself to have a different perspective. You allow yourself to have a better outcome. It's all up to you. What are you willing to do to be where you want to be in life? What are you willing to do to change not only your life, but the people around you? To change them, to inspire them, to change their life. To show them that it's a different path. To show them that there's other perspectives in life. To show them that there's more to life. That's the thing about traveling. You know, that's one thing that I want to have as one of my main goals, is to travel more in life. But if I was to follow everybody else's path, the things that everybody else think I should be doing, it won't allow me to do that. It won't allow me to have that time freedom. So I'm willing to take a risk and take a chance on doing what it is that I know I need to do. Following my purpose, following my passion, and allowing that to grow, allowing that to build, opening myself up to new connections, opening myself up to new hobbies. Because you can't go through life so closed off. You have to be open. You have to be open-minded. Especially when you constantly giving and pouring out in the world. You have to be able to receive certain things. You have to have enough capacity to receive. Clean up your thoughts. Really pay attention to what you're listening to. Pay attention to what you're watching. Pay attention to who you're hanging around. But sometimes the worst enemy be ourselves. It be our own thoughts. It be our self-doubt. And we hold ourselves back. So you have to deal with that first. You have to challenge your own thoughts. And the more that you do this, the more comfortable you get with yourself. The more comfortable you get with challenging those thoughts and adapting and adjusting. And that'll lead to you changing your habits. And going through this process isn't just easy. It may take time. In the process of adapting, in the process of adjusting, you may have to heal from certain things. You may have to heal from certain mindsets. You may have to remove and distance yourself from certain people and certain things. So it's going to be hard. But I promise you it's a better outcome. Better income. Better people. On the other side of those better habits, on the other side of those better thoughts, just allow yourself to lean into it. Stay on the course. Stay on the path. Find your path. Find out who you are. Find out what you do. Find your people. Find your tribe. And allow yourself to grow. Allow yourself to heal. Don't allow your thoughts to control you. You control the thoughts. And then you control the action. Because like I say all the time, anything you want to grow, you have to feed it. Like, comment, subscribe. Anything that helps on the road to 1K.